going to be starting. Please, let's pay solid attention to try to understand this. We're starting off AI and automation today, and we're going to be starting. I really do believe that I really do believe that you're going to get value today. So please, if you're ready, help me type in the chat box, whether on Zoom or Twitter. Help me type on the chat box that you are ready. All right. Okay. So let us get started. Yeah, thanks everyone. So first, let's try to understand what automation is, and we're going to try to break this down. Please, at any point, if you stop hearing me, let me know. So the idea of automation is for us to be able to get a machine or a computer to do work for us automatically. That's why it's automation, automatically. And the idea is that if you look at what I just said, I said it's more like getting a computer or a machine to do work for us. So that means, number one, is that we need to be very clear as to the work we want the computer or machine to come and do for you. If you do not know the work, then it is difficult to know the machine to actually get. In other words, if you do not understand what needs to be done, it is difficult to create an automation system for it. I'll say that again. If you do not understand what needs to be done, then it is difficult to create an automation system for it. So you must also understand that automation is not a new word as a result of AI. Automation has been there. That's why I'm starting from there. It is actually that we want to be able to get a computer or a machine to be able to do something for us automatically. So the idea is that you set the instruction just once, and then the machine follows whatever it is every single time, such that nobody needs to remind it. Nobody needs to remind it. And that's why if you're looking at my screen, you will see where I said that it's actually like hiring a digital assistant who never forgets, who never gets tired, who works 24 hours a day, who follows the instructions exactly. Who follows instructions exactly, who never forgets. So we can have an individual who is expected to do this stuff, and I say, hey, why have you not sent this stuff? You say, sorry, sir, I forgot. Or why have you not done this? You say, I work all through the day, I'm so damn tired. Or this person is saying, sorry, I can't work 24 hours a day. I can just do 9 to 10, 9 to 10 p.m. at most, and I'm done. And this person in between might forget certain instructions you've given and try to do stuff outside instruction. But when you say you're automating a process, then you're looking at the fact that you're hiring a digital, more like you're hiring something, more like a digital assistant who can do a whole lot of stuff. He never forgets, he never gets tired, he works 24 hours a day. And of course, it's going to try to follow instructions exactly. Now, let me try to give you some automation that you experience every day, probably without knowing. All right, street lights. So you know that most recently now, you could see that street lights could actually come up in the evening without anybody going to put them up, and it goes off during the day. Why is that so? There is a sensor that detects darkness, turns on the light, then when daylight returns, the sensor detects light, detects daylight, and turns it off automatically. Automatically. Think about your ATM machine. Imagine what it would be like that when you put your ATM machine, someone has to be on the other end. Now look at your ATM card. Someone takes your card and check it and say, okay, let me see if this is a Tidara for real. Okay, Tidara, let me check if the card is even original. Okay, let me first go and check her account balance. Okay, now let me ask her how much she wants and all of that. But these are actually what normally happens in the counter, in the banks before now, right? This is what happens in the banks before now. So that you have to enter, you say, oh, my name is this one. We check if it is true. We now check your account balance and know and all of that. But think about an ATM machine. We put in the card, you enter a PIN, it asks you to just tell it the amount, and cash comes out. If you don't have enough money, it tells you don't have enough money. That's an automated machine. That's what we're talking about. Are we together so far? Please give me a yes if you're following so far. All right, amazing. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you. So other emails, all right? For example, you go to some platforms, you pay for an item online, and before you know it, you receive a confirmation email, you receive an invoice, you get shipping updates, fire off instantly. All these things are happening. The moment you make that order online, it is not somebody that is staying back on the system to say, okay, Kafayat has made an order. Okay, let's send her an email now. And no, it's a system that's already been automated. All right, the same thing with auto replies and all of that. Now, why does it matter? Just imagine a school with 15,000 students, and we want to send, fee reminders every semester. We might actually be consuming almost 250 hours of work by hand. If we want to do this over 10 days, non-stop work, 1 minute per email, 15,000 times. That's how much time we're going to commit to that work. But with automation, one workflow can send all the 15,000 emails while you do some other things in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. And remember yesterday we said, even while we were looking at agentic AI, we said that the goal is not to just have that what's called complete autonomy. The goal is to have the right amount of autonomy. So when we are automating, we're ensuring that we're automating for the right amount. And we're putting all the systems, everything in place to make sure that whatever is going out, there are checks and balances to ensure that we don't run into trouble. So that's what automation is. That's the idea of automation. So when we begin to hear AI and automation, we want to be able to understand that, oh, this is what we want to do. The idea is that we want to be able to say, okay, we can take advantage of what AI is doing now and enhance automation, but automation has always been there. All right, so we're going to do this like this. I have 5 benefits of automation. I'm going to have 5 persons use 2 minutes to explain this to us. All right, 5 persons are going to do that. Look at them. You have okay, I know what to do. We're going to play again. I'm going to start with First Ayaye. First Ayaye, I'm going to ask you to unmute. You're going to explain the first one. When you're done, you will look for anybody on this meeting and call to do number 2. That's how we're going to do it until we're done with the 5. First Ayaye, please unmute.
Yeah, sir.
All right, go ahead.
That's why I wasn't really sure because my network is breaking.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yeah. I wasn't hearing what you were saying because my network was breaking.
I said, go ahead and explain the first one. 5 benefits of automation. The first one is saves time. So go ahead and explain it. Sorry. The first year's network is terrible. Okay. Let me go to Akpan Peace. Akpan Peace, I'm asking you to unmute. Akpan Peace, please unmute. Akpan Jezreel, unmute, please. Akpan Jezreel. Hello, Akpan Jezreel, can you hear me? Let's keep going. Anita Daisy, can you hear me? Please, I'm asking you to unmute. Anita, can you hear me?
Good evening,
Okay,
sir.
so
Yes,
go
I can hear
ahead,
you.
explain number 1.
Okay. For the 5 benefits of automation, the first one is said that it saves time. So from what you explained, it's more like when you have bulk work to do, like if you have, let's say, a good like 50 mails to send out to 50 people, instead of doing it one, you can automate it and it just sends it out. And let's say if you're doing it for 1 week, you can automate it and it just send it out to those 50 people for that 1 week, and you would have time or ample time to do any other task that you have on your table on your decks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Please name any other person there. Let me unmute the person to explain number 2. Anita, name anybody there. Name anybody.
Okay, sir. I call Barry Bife.
Who? Okay, Barry Bife. They've called you to. Barry Bife, unmute, please. Daibife, please unmute. Okay, let me go to Bob Blessing. Bob Blessing, I'm asking you to unmute.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Aha. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so the second benefit is fewer errors. So because it's an AI that is doing it, so the errors that comes with humans when is a person doing it, probably because of oversight, not paying attention to certain details, can be eradicated. And so you have fewer errors because already it's like a loop, because the action is something that is repeated and is an action that does not require human empathy or human consideration. For example, when you are sending bulk emails to people, or probably you're selling and then somebody comes and message you online, and all of those orders, maybe you've done an ads and advertise your product and their prices, and then someone wants to message you, but you will not have time to respond to as many persons as it is. So automation, you could automate it and then it responds like that. Now, it doesn't necessarily need a human consideration, or it doesn't necessarily need a human empathy when making that loop, because probably they just want to ask for the prices and all of that. And so it can eradicate the errors, probably maybe an oversight of you missing one DM because probably your WhatsApp is full and you can't respond to all of the SMS that are coming all at once. So once it's automated, you know that this is the response that goes out. Immediately they click the certain link you keep there, a response goes out, and that way it saves error. So that's it.
Amazing. Please point somebody. Somebody else to take over.
Etidara.
All right. Let me unmute Etidara now. Etidara, please, over to you. Let's go to number 3. More productivity.
Okay, so looking number 3, more productivity. So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, in the aspect of productivity, I feel like since most machines and software, like, they don't get tired, distracted, so the tasks that can take a person 2 hours can actually run in 5 minutes using the machines and the software. And then you talk about the speed. The humans, they vary in speed. While automation actually runs the same process the same way every single time. So I feel like that's just more about productivity.
Thank you. Thank you. Who are you appointing to take number 4?
Okay. Okay. What's his name? Said Achibong Meye.
Yeah. Mayene Achibong, please, I'm asking you to unmute.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Point number 4 is automation saves money. Actually, in a system that is automated, you would end up reducing the cost you would have incurred in performing manual tasks. For example, a company that issues paychecks on paper, you will spend more money printing papers. But if you are sending through an automated system, like it's something through email that just goes automated and it's not manual, you save a lot of cost on expenses such as papers and also maybe staffs. But when you have an automated system, you wouldn't need to have those staffs working and also giving excuses, and maybe sometimes their mistakes may cause increased expenditure. But in an automated system, there are not going to be excuses, there are not going to be increased overhead costs, and then all of that ends up saving the amount of money you would have incurred in a manual process.
Thank you. Who are you appointing to take number 5?
Henry, sir.
Henry, let me go on mute Henry now. Henry the King, I'm unmuting you now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay.
Go ahead, we're with you.
Okay. Let me go about save money. It saves money. So when we are talking about automation, we are talking about a machine or a system that works on its own without human interference. So why we say it saves money is that you spend less money doing manual labor. Instead of hiring people that you pay, maybe give them wages to do something, you can just do automation.
We have finished talking about saving money. We're talking about the next one, happy customers, sir.
Okay, happy customers. Okay. Obviously, when customers are attended to, maybe let's just say in a bank or maybe at any organization on time, definitely they are going to be happy. So with automation, it gives customers, it gives them the right time. It enables them to get what they want at the right time. It saves their time. So at the end of the day, they go home happily. So with automation, customers go home happily. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. So very simple. So just like they said, one of the important benefits is it saves time. So we could be able to collect an email. People send an email. We could set up a system that picks that email, pick the information in that email, craft a response, send back to them, or forward the response to a particular department to analyze that email, send it to. That's the idea. All right. We can have people fill up a form, and then we send back an email to them, you know, with everything that is needed, and yet you're not the one doing it. So it can save a whole lot of time. Something that would have taken 10 hours to do can be done in 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour. All right, fewer hours. Computers don't forget instructions or get tired. They don't have emotions. All right, so you can't say because you're having mood swing, or you say you're having mental health issue, or you're depressed, or that your girlfriend served you breakfast, or that your wife did not give you breakfast in the morning, or anything of such, and you're not in the mood, and because of that you're just working anyhow and all of that. No, computers are not like that. So they don't forget, they don't get tired, they're not emotional. So they tend to make fewer errors, then more productivity. One, it would, like we're saying, we can be a whole lot more productive because we can achieve more things, you know, within a particular time frame compared to before, you know, when we did not automate it. Then of course we can save money. All right, so you have repetitive tasks. Okay, so those tasks that were supposed to be repeating and all the time, we set it up in motion, automate it, and then we save money. And then happier customers. See, customers are very excited when they see that they get things are being done for them as fast as possible, sharp. They get this one, we want this one, they get response, they want this one, you know, and all of that. And they stay very, very happy when the system is working. Okay, now let's look at what a workflow is. Everybody type in the chat box workflow. Type in the chat box workflow. Type in the chat box workflow. Thank you, Temi. Thank you, Nathan, Kafayat, Daniel. Yeah, Mercy, thank you so much. Emmanuel, Christopher, thank you. Johnson, yeah. Estima, have you gotten your group now? Gloria Jaja, thank you, everyone. Okay, cool. So workflow. So let me show you something. Let me show you something. So let's see. Please, any of the ladies on this chart, can you just give us some steps we need to start if we want to make fried rice? Let's assume that we've bought everything that is needed. What do we need to start doing? Please just give us some steps quickly. Ngozi say wash the rice. Mercy said the same thing. Prince Aziz says parboil your rice. Esther Emma says parboil the rice, fried chicken. I like that part. I like that second part. That's the most important thing to do. I don't know what they're washing rice for. So yeah, so we parboil rice or wash the rice. Yeah, Prince Aziz say we cook better than them. They will not accept now. Let's not spoil their night. They will not accept that we cook more than them. I will cook better than them. Yeah, Kachi say prep your veggies. Agnes said the same thing, wash your vegetables. Emeka said not salty one. Yes, Emeka, that's the thing. That they should not think that we're talking about salty rice here. Emmanuel Christopher said, let them unmute. So why do you want them to unmute? You just like trouble. Yeah, wash your vegetables, parboil the rice. Yeah, slice your veggies, wash your chicken. Mercy, why are we still washing it for a very long time? Why not just say fry the chicken? Why are we overwashing it? Chris said, oh yeah, make I dey look who I go eventually get married. You're not a serious person. I'm gonna go kill you like this. Nnemeka said, cut the onions, blend your pepper, tomatoes, and all of that. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you. No, Joel Tambari, they are not. All right, so listen, everyone. So now pay attention. So let us assume, now listen, let us assume that the pot has been washed. Let us assume that we have gas, enough gas, all right, that we're going to use to cook. And they are saying, let us wash the rice, let us parboil the rice. And after that we should proceed to fry the chicken. Why some persons said, okay, we can start preparing the veggies. Well, me, I feel like if you can be preparing the veggies and be frying your chicken, that would be the best option so that you have something to be motivating those of us that will be watching and supervising the process. So now, the whole idea, guys, is that you can see that they try to come up with a step-by-step process. Do this first before we move to the other one. Do this first before you move to the other one. That's what we mean by a workflow. It's a series of steps needed to complete a task. Please type it in the chat box, everyone. That workflow is a series of steps needed to complete a task. That a workflow is a series of steps needed to complete a task. Is a series of steps needed to complete a task. Is a series of steps needed to complete a task. That's what a workflow is. A series of steps. So you just always be imagining it. Oh, we want to achieve this thing. We need to follow all through these steps to achieve this task. All right. Then until the task is done. So let's say, for example, move from step 1 to step 2, then step 3 until step 4. All right. So look at the example I gave there. We buy ingredients, we wash the vegetables, we cook the food, we serve. These are just everything they were trying to say. I put it in 4 simple steps. But of course, cooking the food there will be some other steps under it and all of that. So I didn't want to make it look very long. And then let me also expose myself that I don't know how to cook before they will say, oh, this one is supposed to, all these, they messy them now. They'll come and tell you, oh, no, this one was supposed to come before this one. So let's just leave all of them as cook the food. So step 1, we buy the ingredients. Step 2, we wash the vegetables. Step 3, we cook the food. And step 4, we serve the food. Okay, so that's what a workflow is. A series of steps needed to do this. Now, therefore, as we proceed, let's look at the workflow automation in process. All right. And I'm in Port Harcourt, so I'm using this as an example. A shoe seller in Port Harcourt handles 50 orders a day. All right. So let's look at a shoe seller in Port Harcourt who handles 50 orders a day. Now, without automation, he is going to check in boxes for the order. He is going to copy details into a notepad. He is going to message the customers. He will now inform the delivery rider. He will go back and update the stock manually to say, okay, they bought this pair too. So it was 30 before, now it should be remaining 28. And then he will send thank you later. All right? He will send thank you later to people that purchased. This is what he will have to do. But now, when automation comes in, the order details are saved automatically. Confirmation message is sent out instantly. He's not the one that will send that message. Delivery rider is notified automatically that, please, oh, we have an order. Stock count updates itself. He's not the one updating it. And then the thank you scheduled after delivery. So when delivery is done, thank you goes on. So you can see that all he's going to sit down to do is to ensure that we're packaging customer stuff, we're packaging and things are going out. That's automation for you. That's automation for you. So we have an event, we create a form, people fill up the form, and I say, okay, carry all the emails, let's go and send them email, and but no, we automate the process. As you register in the form, we send you an email, you receive the email. There are instructions for you to do that. Maybe you should join a WhatsApp group from there, just like that. So you automate the entire process. You automate the entire process. That's what workflow automation is. Okay? Now, traditional automation is that if X happens, do Y. Please listen carefully. We're going to wrap up very soon. If X happens, do Y. It follows fixed rules and nothing more. It follows fixed rules and nothing more. It follows fixed rules and nothing more. So, a motion sensor light, those sensor lights. So once it detects a motion, the light turns on. If there is no motion for the next 5 minutes, the light turns off. The light turns off. It doesn't know who walked in or why. That motion sensor light is not aware whether it was a thief or the owner that walked in, but its job is, as long as there is motion, then I will show light. Right? So it is rule-based. It is predictable. However, it is actually fast and reliable. But it cannot reason or judge. And we use such for repetitive tasks. Okay? So we refer to such as traditional automation. Now, what is AI automation, therefore? AI automation doesn't just follow rules. It understands, it reasons, and it decides. It understands, it reasons, and it decides. Traditional automation will just be able to do stuff. They say, okay, if X happens, do Y. That's all. But in AI automation, it will not just follow rules. There will definitely be rules, but it's not just going to follow rules, but it will be able to understand, it will be able to reason, and it will be able to decide. Example, I say I paid yesterday but got no receipt. All right? So AI will read the message. AI will be able to go and find the transaction, write a personal reply, and alert finance if payment was missing. That's automation. But in traditional automation, would have just said that, oh, I paid yesterday, you got no receipt. Would have just said, tell the person, we'll get back to you in 24 hours. That's all. So in traditional automation, whatever message you send back, will just have that message to get to you. But in AI automation, it will understand whatever you've given. It's not just A to B. It will understand it. That's the most important thing. It will understand it. It will reason, and it will be able to make solid decisions. So it is context aware. Please, everybody type context aware. You use hyphen to separate it. It is context aware. All right, so context aware, yeah. So what that means is that it is very much aware of the context, is aware of what is going on. That's why we say it's context aware. It understands language. It learns from data. It handles exceptions. It can create content. That's what makes AI automation interesting. Most importantly, it is context aware. It knows what you're talking about. He knows what you're talking about. He knows what you're talking about. So finally, let's look at the difference between traditional versus AI automation. All right. A calculator, for example, follows a formula, but an AI assistant understands the problem too. Listen, it is not that the AI will not follow a certain formula, a certain rule, but the advantage is that it will understand the problem. If, for example, I punch 2 plus 2 in my calculator, it will give me 4. 2 plus 3 will give me 5. But we are saying that if it is an AI automation, it will understand if what I wanted to do was multiplication, and then it will apply the formula for multiplication to give me a result. It's not just going to be that I did 2 plus 2. It will understand if what you wanted to do or what this problem means is about addition or multiplication, and then it will be able to carry it out accordingly. It will understand, guys. It will understand if what you're about to carry out is addition or multiplication, and then it will carry it out accordingly. So when it comes to decision making, traditional automation does have fixed rules, but AI automation will work with context and intelligence. It will understand context and is intelligent. Traditional automation does not learn from data. AI automation learns from data. So it can study data, understand patterns, and use it to, carry out what you want it to do. When it comes to handling conversation, traditional automation is very limited, but AI automation handles conversations excellently. All right? How about exceptions? Like when we're going to say there are certain exceptions, it will handle it poorly. Traditional automation handles it poorly, but AI automation handles it much better. And of course, AI automation would definitely create us content. okay, to create us content. All right. So we're beginning to see where we're going to. All right. We're beginning to see where we're going to. All right. So I think you should be expecting a quiz on this tomorrow. Just what we've done so far. Expect a quiz on it. Please. I don't want to. I'm going to stop here. If you have time, go back on YouTube and rewatch this. I told you that you must know AI beyond tools. I told someone, I said, most times there are two sets of persons. There are people you invite to an event, come and talk about AI. They are not coming to teach you tools, but they will expose AI to you in such a way that you understand what's coming. And they can just bring someone else and say, okay, use the remaining 5 minutes and teach them tools, or 15 minutes. So you must understand this. And you see, once we get to the tools, it becomes a whole lot easier as to what we want to do. But I want to leave you with this when it comes to automation. And as you're sleeping tonight, prepare your mind as we continue tomorrow. Learn how to understand the problem of what you want to automate. You must learn how to, if possible, take pen and paper and break it down. Okay, this will happen. After this one is supposed to happen. After this one, this is supposed to happen. After this one, then this. If you can be able to break down the activity like that, it is easier for you to automate. Because if you don't know that the first thing we're supposed to do is to collect form, and then after filling the form, they're supposed to receive an email. And after the email is sent, we're also supposed to fetch out a particular information in the form and send to the HR and all of those things. If you don't understand those steps, you will suffer. So you must intentionally understand those steps and do everything possible to grow them, to use them accordingly. All right, so we can be able to use them. So you must be able to learn how to do that. Okay, please, Summer Queen, take notes. Tomorrow we're starting exactly at 7, latest 7:10. Please, let's start our presentation. Presentation, please, is 10 minutes max. Exactly 8 o'clock we start our class. Today I locked the Zoom call and did not open it until a certain time. The same thing tomorrow. So don't be late. The only reason I even opened it was because of the fact that those that joined couldn't actually, those that joined, when network took them out, they couldn't come back. People like Emmanuel, Christopher, and some other people. Else, I wouldn't have opened it. And if possible, tomorrow, we might change the settings. Everybody will be admitted. So once it's that time, nobody will be admitted into the call. You can go watch on YouTube anyways. All right. I told you that these last few days, we are very, 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 very serious. Very, 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 very serious. Okay. Very, very serious. So thank you to all the groups that presented today. Please, thank you. You have my respect. Thank you. Thank you. You guys did good. We look forward to the group that will be presenting tomorrow. Please do well to go to the Facebook. We're going to drop the link. Go there. We shared the YouTube details of those presentations. Please just go and share. I beg you, go and share. We want people to go and watch their presentations. Okay, we need to support them, and need to boost their confidence in whatever they are doing. So please, we'll drop that link. Go follow Harvard Tech Hub, but please share. There are 3 of them. You see them. They should be the last 3 posts. They're just share. I think they will also put it up on LinkedIn tomorrow and on Twitter. All right. So thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate you. Do have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Let's see us tomorrow. If you've created an account with N&N, that's good. Take note that N&N has 14 days trial. Okay, so before that trial was exhausted, you would have learned a whole lot of things, and by God's grace, God would have provided you with money to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, well, I don't know. It's not from my mouth. You're going to hear what to do. So, yeah. Godwin. Nemeka Ngeni, I think I got your message like that. Don't worry, I will see what I can do about it, and then we'll work around it together. All right, so see you guys. Please, once again, can we all just appreciate Summer Queen for the amazing job she's doing? It's not easy. Thank you so much, Summer Queen, for looking out for every one of us. Thank you for the amazing job you're doing. We appreciate you. We celebrate you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, do have a wonderful evening. Good night. I'll see you also tomorrow. Please, like I said, if you have time, go back and watch this section on YouTube. It's not even up to 1 hour. So you can go back and watch it before tomorrow's class so that you'll be very much ready. Good night, everyone. Good night.